Hi everyone, welcome to Beguiled by Books. Today I'm sharing some of my favorite nature-themed book for the nature lovers out there. Let's get started. I have several nature books that I have been reading lately as I attempt to connect more with nature, both inside and outside. And these books, I think, are just really beautiful to not only learn about nature, but learn how humans and nature can interact more effectively in the modern world. The first book around nature has got to be Braiding Sweetgrass. The author is a member of an indigenous tribe, and she beautifully blends the intersection of her native heritage with botany and talks about the language of plants and how humans and plants interact and how colonization has shaped that and how getting back to those indigenous roots may actually help human development as well as agriculture and all of these modern conveniences. Absolutely poetically written, beautiful imagery. I love this book. I will recommend it in so many different ways, but this is a great book, just at a general nature book you should read. Another nerdy nature book that I would recommend is called Finding the Mother Tree. The author is a forestry specialist in Canada, also the Pacific Northwest area. She really helped pioneer the concept of the interwoven networks of trees and why trees are not necessarily competing for the same nutrients, for the same sunlight, for those types of things, but actually helping one another out because that biodiversity helps out all of the trees. So her work really shaped a lot of the beginning stages of the fungal networks that are so helpful in these communications under the soil that humans really just don't know much about right now. Really cool book. Everyone should definitely check that out. If you're interested in that fungal network that's happening beneath the soil and really helping all of the plants and the trees and the forests talk to one another, I would recommend the book Entangled Life. This book is, again, all about that underground fungal network. It actually references a couple things from Finding the Mother Tree, another book that I've recommended now. So it's fascinating how these things are so intertwined, much like the networks that they speak about. The fungal networks are so rich and so diverse and really are helping to reshape how humans quantify intelligence and what that means. So really fascinating look at that underground world and how the potential of those new learnings can shape the future for humanity. Another nerdy-ish nature book that I would absolutely recommend is a book called Rooted. And this is a short book, very easy to read, but this book talks about, again, the kind of the broader conversation around humans reconnecting with nature. And not only from a science perspective, but also from a spirituality perspective. So getting out and just standing on the ground in your bare feet, how does that change that connection you have sensationally to the earth around you? How all of these things affect human life and how our human centricity focus over the last 100, 200 years has pulled us away from that connection with nature, and then what we can do to kind of meet in the middle and get back to that. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful book. Again, super short, like 200-ish pages, so very readable, and would definitely recommend this. A book I would recommend is called The Comfort of Crows. The Comfort of Crows is a season by season approach to the author's experience living in Tennessee and going through spring, summer, autumn, and winter. What birds she sees and how these birds bring different intention and messages, and not like woo-woo kind of messages, but as the migratory birds move through her area, what does that say about the weather, about how living in a suburb of a city affects things, how there's so many parallels between humans and nature. And for so long, we've seen them as separate entities, but how interrelated we really are. Along the same lines as The Comfort of Crows, I would absolutely recommend Birding to Change the World. This book is a wonderful intersection of investigative journalism, because the author was a former investigative journalist, as well as a nature book, a birding book, and an environmental activism, and how environmental activism isn't the whole story unless you have the socioeconomic components of activism involved as well. I was blown away by this book. I was riveted. It kept me coming back for more. I was learning without realizing I was learning, not just about birds, but about people and our relationship again with nature and how all of these things are so intertwined. So I would definitely recommend Birding to Change the World. These books are all really beautifully written, very easy to read, nothing too nerdy, nothing too scientific, nothing scary out there. So I would recommend any or all of them if you're interested in some nature books. Have I missed any? What books would you like to see on this nature book list? I'm always looking for more in this genre. So please drop a comment below and let me know. And as always, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you have a fantastic day.